too. Saw niggas make bricks and bells move. Listen to this track, I got something to tell you, young.
They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I tell them where I'm from and where I represent. They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I tell them where I'm from and where I represent. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me. They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me.
They ask me what I'm reppin', I'ma keep it real. I don't always say 1-5, I always say the Ville. It's nothing like it was, but I remember back. It was the first place I saw a fiend buy crack. I got my wisdom from older drug dealers. My father figure was a fucking thug nigga. Nino Brown sell crack, he a movie star. He made me understand why older niggas ran the cars. The police chase you, just jump the wall. They old and white, not athletic at all. Don't get mad, this is how a nigga feel. Stank would be alive if the rims was in the Ville.
They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I tell them where I'm from and where I represent. They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I tell them where I'm from and where I represent. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me. They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me. Raising the birds, we don't bang colors. If a nigga act up, all black late nighttime. Pull the straps, cock it back. Wartime, the green box was packed by the nighttime. Reppin' my city and reppin' my set. No, I'm not Cali, but we are the best. Nigga accuse me of fucking this bitch. She from my city, then we already did. Prince in my city, gotta get it how I live, nigga. No lie, nigga, I'm that guy. Speak about the birds, you ain't speaking on I. 1-5 nigga with the bees on the chest. We the new sin, sucker free up next. A baby OG mentor about them. Everybody around me get treated like fam. My OG aunt, he'll vouch what I'm saying. CK in the Ville, MBG on Marino. And since we talking streets, Lipkey Street is Mr. Chino. Quinn Road till I die. No place I'd rather be. It's my ancestry. We talking about the Q.R.D. They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I tell them where I'm from and where I represent. They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I tell them where I'm from and where I represent. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me. They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I do it for my city, yeah, they love me.
I'm Michigan made, but Marino raised. The Burbs my hood and they taught me how to be the big 6 with trip trays. Before a team meets, we had teammates. Long story short, it ain't no different, cause where I'm from ain't shit safe. But to them big faces, please guard your faces, cause them young boys is snatching. Them young boys ain't laughing. Them young boys is blasting. Everybody ain't ballin'. And everybody ain't got a chunky wrist. But everybody from my hood play Santa every day outside of the 25th. That bag. Welcome to Transaction City. And I run it like Diddy. So keep your tool like Timmy, the home of the slanglers. You on some hump when worth is tight. I'm on the green box all night until these joggy stuff right. Benji.
They ask me where I'm from and where I represent. I tell them where I'm from and where I represent. They ask me where I'm from and where I